man is not justified by the works of the law, but through faith in Christ Jesus, even we have believed in Christ Jesus so that we may be justified by faith in Christ and not by works of the law, since by the works of the law no flesh will be justified. Paul states this here both negatively and positively. Negatively, he says 3 times, we are not justified by the works of the law, not by the works of the law. And then at the end, since by the works of the law, no flesh will be justified. Now, it's patently obvious from the whole of Galatians, especially statements like that which Paul makes in Galatians 3, where he speaks of Christ becoming a curse for us, because cursed are all who do not continue in all things contained in the book of the law. It's obvious from this that Paul is not merely saying that the gospel delivers us from ceremonial works. Now, that's certainly true. Those who are in Christ by faith are not obligated to the ceremonial ordinances of the Old Covenant law. But this could hardly be all that Paul is getting at. Paul not only states what we are not justified by, but he states positively that we are justified through faith. And again, he states it 3 times, through faith in Christ Jesus. Even we have believed in Christ Jesus so that we may be justified by faith in Christ. And the upshot of this is, whatever the phrase the works of the law refers to, the fact of the matter is that Paul's positive statement about how we are justified rules out whatever a person may want to say is necessary or requisite unto justification. Even if it were the case, this is the point that I'm getting at, even if it were the case, contrafactually, that the phrase the works of the law had reference or has reference only to ceremonial ordinances, the fact of the matter is the principal reason or grounds upon which Paul opposes the works of the law as the way of justification is because positively justification is through faith. That same principle likewise excludes anything else that a person may want to add to the way of justification. This is similar, and I've used this illustration before, to the idea if I say Jesus is not Michael the archangel because as to his personal identity, he is the divine Son, the second person of the Trinity, the eternal Word, it would make no sense for a person to turn around and say, well, then, since the only thing I explicitly negated is that Jesus is Michael the archangel, therefore it's consistent with my statement to say that Jesus is Satan's spirit brother, or an advanced medium on the 6th sphere, or merely a prophet, or any of the other things that people want to say about Jesus. No, if Christ is not Michael because, or on the grounds that, he is the eternal Word, well, the fact that Jesus is the eternal Word excludes any other way of identifying him that falls short of that positive affirmation. By the same token, anything that contravenes the idea that justification is through faith, this is the way of justification, is precluded by this strident affirmation of the Apostle Paul. Paul's not shortchanging the gospel here. He's not giving you a truncated gospel. He's not saying it's not by this and here's part of how you are justified. Paul's giving you the full gospel here. It is through faith in Christ Jesus. Full stop.